What's up, wonderful soul? Straight out of Africa, I am Y311H. Welcome on today's episode. Good vibe soul. Today we have a variety of videos that have lots of information. Different information, my friend, from flying saucers to weird things, remnants of the lost world, other even unexplainable phenomena that myself I know nothing about, my friend. It's why good vibe soul. I thank you for clicking because with your help we will get to understand these videos in a different way. Because good vibe soul, I believe you shall leave your thoughts and understanding of the videos you have today in the comment section. And about the videos, good vibe soul, as we shall be reacting to them, each and every one of them, our intention is to understand how different humans live. That way, it can be easy for us to all unite, live at peace, forgiving with one another, and always asking for forgiveness, aka repentance to our Creator Almighty. That way, wonderful souls, it would be very easy to spread unconditional love of God to each and every creation in this world. Did you understand what you are all about? If you did it, wonderful soul, please you can restart and listen again word by word. Anyway, let me read for you something here from this book I've been holding called the Book of Wisdom. Let's hear what it says. Today, we shall be reading from John. This book, my friend, the Constitution of Life, it has different chapters, different books, but this one is from John 16:33. This is what it says. Wait a minute. Aha! You believe at last. Now this is Jesus speaking. But a time is coming and has come when when you will be scattered, each to his own home. You will leave me all alone. Yet I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. Hey, interesting. John 16:32 going down. Wonderful source. The theme of today is peace. Despite the chaos and madness you are seeing in this world, my friend, it is possible for all humans to be peaceful with one another by spreading good vibes and the virtues I've just told you about. Once you are dedicated to preaching. So, good vibes soon. Let's ask for help and guidance from the maker of all creations on this world before we dive into the show. Dear Lord Father, maker of heaven and earth, thank you for your creations, dear Lord, that are alive today. Thank you, dear Lord Father, for your child here, today's viewer that have joined us. All glory and honor belong unto you because of their lives, Father, and the goodness that you will project to them, Father. Dear Lord, as we react to these videos, may your spirit guide us through till the end, Father. May we get forgiveness of all our sins through the sacrifice of your Son, Jesus Christ. And as you do so, Father, also bless this soul, dear Lord, as we reach the end of the video. May they have received a life-changing information, Father, that will be good to their souls. In your holy name, Jesus Christ, we do pray, trusting and believing. Let's dive in good vibes. Source. Much love. And in the first video here, oh, crazy stuff. Look at this discoveries of remnants of a lost world. My God. Huh? What? Did the good vibes guy just enter below there? Man, my God, this is risky and still at the same time good vibes. Look at this. It's crazy to believe that there is a whole world down there. My God, look at these well-built tunnels and structures. Wow, the water down there looks even more clear. My God, this is crazy. Good vibes. So, did you know there is a place like this that exists? Oh, this is new. It's hard to believe. Ah, man, look at this. How did the people back then make these caves? Oh, look at this ceiling here. It looks magnificent. Huh. This is good vibes. Look, they even had a staircase back then.
It's being sent to space.
Whoa! What the? Holy!
What is that?
What just happened?
That is so cool. I caught that on camera.
That's insane.
What was that? What was that, Mom?
So, the sun travels away into the distance, making its circuit around a stationary infinite plane. Check this out, my friends. There's a video to prove that, and all this is for entertainment purposes, you see? And get a different understanding of what some people might think. While some people believe this is a concept that really goes on in real life and not just their thoughts. This is crazy. Oh, ah, man, this is unbelievable stuff. Look, it's like it is now coming this way. You see? How is this possible? My God. Hmm. Now with this here, my friend, do you think there is some place where it is always sunny like we had seen in another episode? Leave your comments. Look at this tree. My God. And out there in the jungle, some tree here decided, you see, to do some extraordinary stuff. Maybe it had been boring there for quite some time. Decided to give its friends a show.
This is a photo taken from a spacecraft orbiting Mars. This is the surface of Mars. Mars has geysers, which are just jets of CO2 that erupt on the surface. And every spring it makes these really weird dark patches. They also make these scars in the shape of spiders, I guess. These are paths carved by flowing gas. Now look at this photo. These are sand dunes on Mars surrounded by frost. Then when it gets warmer, the frost melts. And then the sand dunes move because they're not frozen. This is the North Pole of Mars. Kinda gorgeous. This is the size of Texas. These spirals probably took millions of years to form. This is the South Pole. This ice is kilometers thick. And scientists think there might be a big, stable lake 1.5 kilometers underneath the surface here. See that? That's an avalanche on Mars that this spacecraft happened to take a photo of in time. This is like a 20-meter wide chunk of carbon dioxide frost. The ice started thawing in the Martian spring, and then this got loose.
Well, since TikTok is going away, I'm going to share the story of meeting an alien. Because why not? Probably about 4 months ago, I started to see interesting things in the sky every night when I would go outside with my dog. And which is also interesting because I didn't have a dog up until this point, and I got a dog and I named her Luna. But I was going outside and I was looking at the stars, and things always looked a little odd, more intense maybe, or more lights, or I don't know, just off. The moon would look more vibrant, or it would disappear, and just things I would notice. For the past couple of weeks, I started to see, like, I guess what most people are calling orbs, like these like light balls, right? And they would blink and flash, but it was still kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I wondered if I was talking myself into it, or if they were planes, or what they were. And about a week ago, I got home with my kids at night, and we never really actually get home this late. It was like a freak thing that we got home this late, and we walked outside of our car, or we were driving, we saw it first out the window. I took a picture of it, actually. Maybe I'll insert the picture. But we saw orbs, and this time I saw them lower, and they were changing colors, and my kids saw it. And then this week saw more orbs during the full moon, saw like 10 of them going back and forth in interesting patterns around the full moon. And then Sunday night, which I believe was the night of the full moon, or the next night was the full moon, I don't know, my dog wanted to go outside at a really late hour. It was like 3 a.m. She never wants to go outside at that time, so I listened to her. And as I'm leaving my room, I usually have my Alexa on playing like white noise or something while my kids are sleeping. And there was this really interesting like techno song that just sounded like of another world, like I'd never heard it before. And immediately in my mind, I had this thought, or got this download or whatever, that I was about to meet the aliens, or meet an alien, I don't know. The 4 days up to this, I'd also had kind of like a ruminating thought about like, how would I feel if I did meet an alien? Would I be afraid? And I kind of felt like I'd be afraid. And so I'm walking to the door and I'm like, oh God, it's about to happen. Like, how do I feel about this? And in my head, there was something telling me like, it's okay, you don't have to be afraid. And it was like a really light energy, like a really playful energy. And so I get to the door and I'm like feeling a little nervous, but like excited kind of. And I open the door and let my dog outside. I don't look outside. I turn around, put my coat on to go out. And I open the door, and all of a sudden I look forward and I see it. And I saw like these 3 lights in a row. Like the top was blue, and then the middle was green, and the bottom was yellow. And they were kind of moving in like this wave pattern. So like it just reminded me of like a being or a human or something. It didn't have an outline or anything, but the lights would, like the yellow light especially, was like blinking sometimes, and it just was like waving in this way that was unusual. It was probably like 20 or 30 feet ahead of me. And the most interesting thing though, the most interesting part about it was not the lights themselves, but the energy that I felt when I opened that door. Because immediately it was the most intense energy that I've ever felt in my life. And I was just completely frozen. And I don't even know what my dog was doing during this time, to be honest. I don't know if she was inside or outside. But I felt it, and they said like, and they're communicating like telepathically, and it's not really like English either. It's like almost images, like it's almost like instant communication, like just a knowing. And they told me like, you don't have to be afraid. And they said, we knew that like you would feel the most comfortable meeting us in this way, because I was inside and they were outside, and I did feel safe that way. And they're like, you can go inside if you want. And I was like, I stood there and I couldn't think of anything to say. Now I have a lot of questions, but I remember them just saying like, we love you and we're here for good. Like, you don't have to be afraid. We're going to be making contact with everybody in their own time in ways that feel most comfortable to them. And when they said, I love you, the feeling of love that I experienced in my body was just out of this world. I mean, it was just overwhelming. I've actually never felt love like that. And in my brain, I was just overcome. I just was like, I don't even know how, it was such a good feeling. I was just crying uncontrollably. And in my brain, I felt guilty a little bit because I was like, I love my children. And, you know, but this feels more intense. And they said to me, it's okay. Like, you don't love us more than you love your children. They said, we're just letting you see, like giving you access to our full range of love that we can experience. Because you can experience it too. And it was unbelievable. The energy was really intense. So it's like I wanted to stay there, but after a while, like my brain just started to hurt, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I really want to go lay down. And they said to me, they're like, it's okay, like you can go lay down, like we're gonna be around, like you don't have to be, like don't make yourself uncomfortable for us. And I didn't know like how to say goodbye. For some reason, I like blew a kiss to it, which I don't know where that came from. And then after I did that, the yellow light like started blinking. And I think the blue, green, yellow thing is really fascinating because that's in alignment with like the colors of the chakras. And I went inside, and immediately when I went inside, I was just overcome with emotion. And I felt like obviously my entire worldview has been changed. And in my mind, I said like, oh my gosh, I want to tell someone about this. And as I said that, one of my daughters like came out of her room immediately. So strange. And I like told them they could come with me into my bed, and I told them kind of what had just happened. It was late, so I just like kind of summarized it, and they were like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And they had been seeing the orbs and everything, and so in my mind I asked like if it could like confirm for them. And this like interesting like moving like hologram thing started showing up near my ceiling. It was like rainbow colored, and it was like moving between different shapes, like a triangle and then a human and like a landscape. Like it was just like a hologram. And they saw it. My oldest daughter said like I was like, do you see that? And she said, that's just the light from the smoke detector. And I was like, there's not a smoke detector there. And I said to it, can you show her hot pink? Because hot pink is her favorite color, and it changed into hot pink. Yeah, so that's my story. And I know it sounds absolutely insane. I'm well aware of that. I spent most of my life as an atheist. As a kid, I was one of those kids, like if you've been seeing these videos about the GATE program, I was a kid in the GATE program. I had horrible nightmares my whole childhood. I was terrified of the dark. I actually overcame one of my night terrors by learning how to lucid dream and befriending the bad guy that was breaking into my room. And I remember learning how to lucid dream at a young age, constantly flying in my dreams. It was so much fun. I remember like holding onto the railing of the stairs in my house when I was a kid and just like floating down. Like I just vividly remember landing at the bottom and being like, how did I do that? I don't have a lot of memories of my childhood, but I've always known things. I've just known when things are going to happen or had intuitions. I feel like with one of my daughters, probably with both of them, I have a little bit of like that telepathic connection. And I recently listened to the telepathy tapes, which also gave me the courage to post this video. Because nothing is as it seems. Nothing is as it seems with China or the US. Nothing is as it seems with space and aliens, right? Because that's the other thing. I do feel like these aliens are not of another world. I feel like they are us, just without a body. And I recently learned a term called Markaba. You can look that up. That's what I believe they are. Since I had this alien encounter, I bought a bouquet of flowers 2 weeks ago. It's been on my counter. I change the water every day, and I, tell the flowers I love them. And not one petal has fallen. So I'm really interested to see how long these flowers live. It's really bizarre. I love TikTok. I'm so grateful for this platform. I will miss it a lot. I think I'm going to go over to Lemonade. I'm also on Red Note, which is amazing.
Hi, thank you for viewing the recent post about the palm of your hand is to activate your third eye, and many people follow. Thank you for following me. Now I want to, many people comment about, how is it the palm of your hand is related to your third eye? Well, yes, the location, exact location of your third eye, it's a pineal gland. It's located between your two eyes right here, pineal gland. But to activate it, you can use the palm of your hand. How do I know? Grandmaster Michael, when he taught me energy about 5 years ago, he mentioned that this is the third eye. And I didn't know what he meant, but now I understand why it's a third eye. To activate it, it's very useful. First of all, when you go to see an acupuncturist, they will tell you this is your stomach right here, solar plexus. So when you have a stomach upset or indigestion problem, then you just pressure point right here. Just press here like this, gently or just hard. For 10 to 15 minutes, you will feel relief from your stomach upset. It's like very amazing. So if you have a stomach issue, just keep pressing like this for 10-15 minutes every day. See what happens. I bet you're gonna feel much better. All right, so the center of your palm right here, this is your third eye. Okay, so when you put this when you put the palm of your hand facing the sunlight, when light shines it, the radiance, then it's gonna affect the light. The heat will affect, right, your third eye, and it's gonna activate it. So you gotta be intentional. You gotta have faith, and trust me, do this, and it will affect your third eye. It will increase your energy. Okay, and I proved my grandmaster's point about this is the third eye. How do I know? All these years, this is what I've been doing. I've been putting this gemstone on the palm of my hand right here. I just put the gemstone on the palm of my hand and I feel the energy. And guess what? Whatever you put on the palm of your hand, it's gonna affect not only the energy of your entire body, not only it's gonna affect your chakras and meridian channels, but it's gonna directly affect your third eye. It will. I'll tell you something. You believe or not, it's true. My third eye has been opened when I start practicing meditation and energy healing. Since then, about 5 years ago, my third eye got open and I see the energy 24/7. I mentioned this before, but it's real, it's true. I can tell you what I see, okay? Even with my eyes closed or my eyes open, I see energy in a circular form, and mainly it's blue, green, white, and purple. Those are the main colors that I see all the time, okay? Only time I'm not conscious of what I see is during sleep. When I sleep, I don't see, but when I wake up, I see all the time. And it's a circular form, and there's electricity kind of, you know, the energy is going surrounding, and there's a lot of molecules, like a small little dot, like a quantum, a lot of dots everywhere. And it's keep changing, keep moving, and the color changes. And then wherever I go, the highest frequency, then the color changes and it becomes very vivid. And it's beautiful color that I have never seen on this planet. It's a definitely 5th dimension, 7th dimension color energy. It's beautiful pattern of water energy, electricity energy. It's super. And I know this has changed my life. I hope your third eye will be activated. You begin to see 5th dimension energy on this planet. It's a real thing.
What's that thing in the sky there? My God, this is crazy stuff. And in other places, some good web shows had gathered to see this spectacular light show in the sky. What's going on here? Are this the northern lights or what's up? Oh, my friend, is this the thing called the aurora or the new stuff? This? Oh, my friend thinks it could be AI generated. What do you think good web show are watching? Please tell us there in the comment section. This is crazy stuff. Look at that right there. Well, then there's this image there, my friend, that was released. Which allegedly, this is an ET. My God. Oh, that guy looks like he posed for the photo in some Terminator style. This is crazy stuff. My God. Look at his pose right there. That's a serious one. Huh. Oh, this could not be a comedian from their planet. You see? Look at this guy. Yeah, if this is an ET, do they look this serious? This one looks like they don't have a sense of humor. What episode? Do you think you can make this thing laugh? Please tell us in the comment section. Do you think even it is real? Or is it just some good vibe soul dressed in a weird suit? Tell us there. Do you think this could be the drivers of those weird things?
Cocomelon. It's like a baby's kryptonite, but not without consequences. Shows like this are scientifically designed to catch your baby's attention. Bright colors, catchy tunes, and fast-paced repetitive patterns that hijack your baby's brain. When developers create these shows, they actually sit babies in front of a monitor and capture their reactions. If a baby turns her head away at a certain point, they'll tweak the show to keep their attention. The ultimate baby trap. Now, every time your baby hears this theme song or sees the vibrant animations, it triggers their reward system releasing dopamine, and that's a feel-good chemical. Dopamine reinforces behaviors, so when your baby gets a little brain high from that show, they start associating it with happiness and comfort. Too much of this can overstimulate their developing brains. This can make it harder for them to focus on real-world activities.
Their brains get rewired to crave that fast-paced, high-reward input.
So let them enjoy the catchy tunes, but balance it out with hands-on playtime, books, or even baby-led chaos around the house. That way, they're not just entertained, but growing, learning, and building those essential skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember this bit of footage here of a jellyfish UAP that was released by the government and nobody can explain why it was there, what it was, or what the hell this thing was? Check this bit of footage out, right? Look at this piece of footage coming out of California, right? This is resurfaced from around 2009 of a strange jellyfish-like UAP that's people have now paid attention to, right? Look at this thing. It's got 3 orbs surrounding it, and then the orbs go in and it tucks itself inside and it darts off, right? It literally looks like this jellyfish UAP. I've tried to stabilize it. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit as well. I'm going to try and see a little bit closer what this thing is, right? Because look at this. It's like something straight out of War of the Worlds. It tucks its legs in. Watch this. The orbs go in. Tucks its legs in and out. Oh my word. Look at that thing, right? Right? A lot of people, I mean, I wasn't convinced to start off with. This is inverted here, right? So we can see all the coloration of the pylons versus the bird that flies by and this object as well. The coloration kind of matches, and to me, this is why I kind of believe this thing is more so legit, because there's not too much doctrine or things there. The orbs are even glowing as well, which shows to me that this could be quite something that we are not quite sure what it is, right? Look at this. One thing that stuck in my brain is the 3 orbs that we see kind of circling in a triangle formation, right? And does this correspond with some of the sightings we've seen in modern day of strange triangle formations and constellation sightings sitting in the sky? Is there one of these weird things sitting in the middle of it and they're kind of orbiting while this thing is maybe observing? I'm not sure. What are they doing? Are they scanning the environment? Are they watching us? Are they, you know, like someone that looks at an ant on the floor and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Are they doing that? I don't know. This was filmed on a digital camera along the highway 41 near Lemoore, California, September the 11th, 2009. Look at that thing, mate. It tucks its little appendages out and then buggers off.
Your planet is overpopulated. Warning, it is almost to the point of being too late, unless your people act. There are better ways of deriving energy and food needs without causing your planet any damage. Those in power are aware of this and have the capability of putting these methods into worldwide use. Those in power view it as a military and security threat. That upset me. You mean to tell me that the people in power have the ability to save and better the planet, and they aren't doing it? Amnesty. What do you mean? Complete amnesty to those in power, governments and leaders who have been suppressing the truth, that they can't be held liable for any past wrong deeds. It is the only way these leaders can come forward with the truth. It is necessary that you do this in order to work together and survive.
Anyway, look at this beautiful looking place here. Man, oh, this place looks beautiful.
Many people see Bashar Dari, and Bashar Dari have do a few predictions. He's the person that say that he communicate with aliens.
Or it'll say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all?
Sort of trancer.
We remind you that this transmission is titled Increasing the Probability of Contact.
Now, I can tell you and I can assure you that aliens, demons and angels don't need to communicate like this to humans. If they communicate in telepathy, is a straight line from voice that you have with the person in question. And they don't need to go in a trance like Bashar do. You go in a trance, talk to the aliens, you have to...
Say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all?
Have such people, guys, skip them, really, you know.
We thank you for the co-creation of this interaction once again.
What fucking bullshit is this?
We are going to talk about some of the different ways in which open contact may begin to occur.
And it's to make them more interesting. I don't say that Bashar have not a connection with higher beings. Yes, but guy, normal.
First and foremost, we thank each and every one of you individually, and again, all of you together collectively for the co-creation of this interaction and the allowance of this transmission this day of your time.
Aliens don't need to talk like this, and you know it very, very, very good. All these people, New Age people that go in trance, sorry, you know, angels don't need to communicate like this. Have this also with some shamans, you know, and then they can go, or with some mediums, they can go like in a trance that they talk and they begin to change their voice, you know. Come on, guys, you know, you think really that it's work like this? It is not work like this. And I can assure you to all the people, if you are such guys, before you skip them.
To become other civilizations, UFOs, to take on the...
So Bashar, do fucking normal 1 minute, okay?